right? I'm technically still going to be in that lockdown mode, and it's definitely going to last longer than the weekend, at least. Seems like at least a Saturday. But for now, I have to head to set.
So in the midst of arriving to my destination, I actually read something quickly before I left. It was more information about the Mini 2. And it seems like a lot of retailers actually released a lot of the details and official pictures, and I thought people would find that interesting as well. So here you can actually see, here's it is, the official pictures of the Mini 2. And as I mentioned before, from what we saw, it seems like they got rid of the word Mavic or the brand, because they probably think this will be popular enough on its own per se. And you can see here one picture of just the drone itself, all the bundles, propellers you still screw in, as you can see, and like we known from before, the controller looks like the Mavic Air 2 one. So aside from all these other marketing materials, they actually released some specs, so there's more details to this one. So let's look at this first one here. This one says the technical data for DJI Mavic Mini 2, although this one says Mavic Mini 2, so that's kind of weird. So as you can see, the flight time is 31 minutes. Again, I thought it was actually going to be less because I thought they would have to sacrifice some battery in order to add new features, but apparently not. It also talks about how fast the drone can actually go, but the next one was actually really interesting in terms of talking about the camera. Now we all know this one shoots 4K just from all the leaks, but this actually gets into a little bit more details. Like for example, it says image formats. This one says it shoots JPEG and DNG RAW. That might actually be pretty big for anyone who is more into the photography side of drones. I know most people want to take videos, but there are people who want to capture pictures as well. And having this thing able to shoot RAW might be a game changer actually. I think it's safe to say the bigger drones with the bigger cameras will produce a better picture quality, but the benefit for this smaller drone is you'll have more flexibility to use it in various places. So again, that's actually a big deal, I would assume, for people who want to use it for photography reasons. The video shooting modes seem pretty standard for the most part, what you would expect from a smaller drone. There is no 60 FPS option. It seems like here the max is 50 FPS, and that's if you shoot in 1080p mode. The sensor size is what you would expect. A 2.3 CMOS, I mean, you're not going to expect something crazy with such a small drone, right? And it has basically various flight modes like the dronies, rockets, circles. It's very useful for people who are just starting out and you want to try to get those fancier shots as opposed to trying to do it manually. As well, it has the popular follow me mode, of which a lot of people actually want with their drones. It does say here it has geofencing, which everyone would expect. Whether or not that's a deal breaker, I guess it depends. Some people say they can fly in their areas, but then for some reason their database says nope, you can't. So that's something you would have to look into when you're in a specific area. And as you go down, I think this is one of the most important features that a lot of people are looking forward to, the OcuSync 2.0. Connection is a huge issue with the Mini, and this should improve it immensely. I know sometimes even when you're flying it really close to you, for some reason it just loses connection or it's very jumpy all of a sudden, so hopefully this improves it. And it mentions the battery is 5200 milliamps, and despite that, everything combined together, it's 249 grams still. So basically you can just get by having to, for example, register this drone. It gives you more flexibility. Again, it could be really useful for people who just want to fly the drone without all the bureaucracy. So with all this, does it solve all of the old issues that the original Mini had? Just from using it virtually almost every day that I could, the main annoyances with the original one is the connection, which should be solved with the OcuSync. And two, I think it's more of a design flaw with things like that package they give you for the Fly More combo, where the propeller continuously gets damaged on the bottom left, creating things like an unstable flight where you have to replace it because you get max power errors. So hopefully this solves that as well. It's kind of interesting because again, it seems like the propellers are very similar just in terms of a setup. So who knows if that'll fix it, but if it solves all that, I don't really see a reason why you would buy the original Mini over this. Even if the old one is say $100 less, I think it would be better just to save up and buy this one with all the features and benefits that you're getting. So are you planning to get one? Either way, it's a good choice to have more 4K options out there, especially again, ones that you could fly with a lot of flexibility. Other than that, today it was mostly go to the set and then back you go to the isolation. That's how the contract is. So we didn't really get to stop anywhere, for example, go visit our little buddies. And again, this should last past the weekend, to my knowledge anyways, from what I see in the schedule. It won't be too much longer. Do you guys think all the animals forgotten me by now, or will they be super excited when they see me again? Alright, see you guys later.